Yes, boys and girls, welcome to Appointment Setting Bootcamp video 3. I've been slacking a little bit, I'll be honest. I was on holiday for a couple of weeks, so that's why you have not seen any Appointment Setting Bootcamp videos while I was on holiday. I was like, listen, I recorded a little bit of content, but it was a family holiday, so I was like, let me just chill out, enjoy time with the family. When I'm back in the UK, I'll get back on it. And I'm back in the UK, and that's exactly what we're doing, right? So yeah, you guys haven't seen any bootcamp videos for a while, but we're back into it now. I'm going to try upload at least 2 bootcamp videos a week for you, plus just, the general other appointment setting content, as well as, self-improvement and just live content. But yeah, today's video is going to be on appointment setting structure. This appointment setting structure, this is, I haven't gone into much depth about appointment setting. Like I've gone through what you need. I've gone through what appointment setting is, and now we're going through the structure, okay? And now, while I was, planning this video, I realized that, this is a huge step, so don't take this video as after you get all of these steps, after I walk you through everything, don't think that, yeah, now I just need to go start appointment setting, because I haven't walked you through even half of all the content that you need to be aware of if you want to be a successful appointment setter, okay? This video is literally just to give you a rough idea of the structure you need to follow. So, any appointment setters right now who, they've done extra work, extra homework outside of my videos, this is a structure for you to follow. Say if this is the third video you're watching about appointment setting, you've watched my first one, you've watched my second one, now you're watching this one. This is just a rough structure you're going to be following, but don't think that, yeah, you're ready to go away and start booking crazy calls, because you don't even know the half yet, okay? So just stick with me. We're going to get through this together. We're going to teach you all the basics first. And yeah, we're going to start crushing it. But yeah, without further ado, let's just jump straight into it, okay? So the first part of the structure, the first sort of part of the flow chart in a sense is intro message. So your intro message is either a cold DM for, outbound appointment setting. So this outbound appointment setting, I spoke about this in the first video. This is, reaching out to people who aren't in your client's like pipeline already, if that makes sense. Reaching out to people who aren't aware of your client, don't interact with your client, they're completely strangers to your client, and sort of getting them in, enticing them to buy from your client, if that makes sense. I've done a shit job explaining that. Basically, outbound appointment setting is reaching out to cold leads and getting them involved with your client's service, okay? So these are people who haven't interacted with your client. They don't even know your client existed. They don't even know who your client is, but you're reaching out to them through cold outbound DM appointments, and you're reaching out to them through outreach, and you're getting them in on this program. And then we've got, so it's either a cold message for outbound appointment setting or a warm outbound message to followers. So this is messaging to like followers, people who interact with your client, people who like, comment, etc. Okay, so it's warm. It's a warm outbound, because these are people who are already aware of your client. They've seen your client's videos, they know what your client's about, they've been interacting with your client for a bit. And cold is cold. What makes it cold is that they don't know who your client is. Sometimes they've never even heard of your client. And yeah, it's a little bit harder in a sense, because they don't know who your client is. You've got to build up more trust. But like I said in the first video, if you can get if you can get really good at cold appointment setting, it's an infinite money glitch in a sense, because you can just carry on generating cash if you know how to cold outbound, if you know how to book calls, close deals through cold messaging, okay? So yeah, basically the first part of the flow is your intro message, either a cold outbound message or a warm outbound message to followers, likers of your story, or even inbound messages, people DMing your client, asking for their services or asking for help already, okay? So I guess let me add that inbound. Now, after your first message, you need to find out the prospect's current position. You need to find out their current situation and what they're where they currently are, okay? So depending on what you're selling, find out your prospects, your current leads, you find out their current position. So, for instance, if you're setting for a fitness coach, your prospect might be overweight, or your prospect might be really skinny and frail. Okay, that's their current position. That's what they're currently not even struggling with yet, but that's just that's their current state. So my current state right now is, I don't know. Say if you were appointment setting me for uh, a content agency, my current position is I've been posting YouTube videos for 3 months. I've been posting TikToks for 6 months, and I'm looking to scale up my content. So that's my current position. Your current position, watching this right now, is you're looking to start scaling as an appointment setter. If that makes sense, okay. So you find out their current position, and yeah, that's super important for the appointment setting process. You need to find out where they currently are, and you need to find out what their pain points are. Pain points are what cause leads to buy. People buy to get out of pain. They buy to sort of solve their problems. They buy to, they buy to solve their problems and fix what they're struggling with, okay? So your goal as an appointment setter is to find out these pain points that your prospects are currently facing, and make them want to solve their problems urgently with your service. And we're going to go into how we can do all of this in future videos. I'm just walking you through the structure of appointment setting right now. So your goal as an appointment setter is to, figure out your prospects' pain points, figure out what they're struggling with, and expand on this pain to make them want to solve their problems urgently. Desires. So this is what your prospects are aiming for. So desires and pain points work hand in hand, because normally your prospect's pain points are what they're desiring to sort of solve, if that makes sense. So say if your prospect's pain point was that they're really overweight, and they're struggling with losing weight, they're struggling to stick to a diet, or they're struggling to gain muscle, whatever. Their desire is going to be to gain muscle. Their desire is going to be to lose weight or reach a certain weight, right? Their pain points and desires go hand in hand. Whatever they're struggling with, or whatever they want to solve in their life, is their desire, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, if you're struggling with something, your desire, your ideal state is going to be to solve that issue, to get to a certain point where that issue isn't a problem for you anymore. So their desire is what they're aiming for, what their sort of end point in the sense is. So say if they wanted to drop weight, and they're like 80 kg right now, and their desired weight is 75 kg. Their pain point is going to be that they feel overweight right now. They've been struggling with being overweight for a while. They don't know what to do. They're starting to feel really down about it. These are things that you expand on as an appointment setter. And then their desire is going to be to reach the 75 kg, gain muscle, and yeah, they're aiming for 75 kg, right? So their desire is going to be to lose the weight. Their desire is going to be to solve their pain point, if that makes sense. After you've figured out their current position, their pain points, and their desires, you've got 3 things right now that you could really play on. You've got 3 things right now that you can really expand on to make your prospect want to solve this issue, want to get on call with your client, with your closer. Your client should have a VSL. A VSL stands for video sales letter. And a VSL, the purpose of a VSL is to basically just get your prospect hyped up about getting on call with you, okay? The purpose of a VSL was to sort of build excitement for, okay, this guy's going to help me solve this problem. This is what he does. This is what he's helped other people with before. I need to get on call with this guy, and I need to have them help me solve this issue, okay? So your VSL is to give your prospect a rough idea of the service before the call, get them excited, and after they've watched that VSL, you book them on a call. And, booking them on a call explains itself, really. And yeah, after that, after you've booked that call, either closes or no close, and you either figure it out with your closer, or you figure it out with whoever took the call with. Does this person need to be followed up on a later date, or is this lead in the bin? Were they unqualified? Like I said, we're gonna go into things like qualifying, etc. later on, but this is just a rough script, a rough structure of what you should be following as an appointment setter, okay? So, intro message, current position, their pain points, what their desires are, send them the VSL, book the call, close or no close. that's the end of that video. I hope you guys enjoyed that as episode 3 of Appointment Setting Bootcamp. I think episode 4 will probably be dropping sometime this week, I want to say. So look out for that. And yeah, I'll catch you guys soon. Take care.